Sup y'all, it's Risa. Today we are renovating something, we are not building something. So this is the house for my Newcrest Family Tree Challenge family. If you don't know what that is, Newcrest Family Tree is a challenge in The Sims that I made it myself, and it is kind of like if you mixed together a legacy challenge with building up Newcrest. So you have one sim who starts the entire legacy, basically. They move into one place in Newcrest, and then their family has to fill up the rest of Newcrest throughout generations. It is a little different than, and when I say a little different than the other challenges, it's a lot different than the other challenges, partially because I'm not going to say it's easier, because it's not easier, but it's definitely different, a little more lenient as it goes, if that makes any sense. If you want to know the rules, they are down in the description below. So yes, this is the house. I have my sim, who is the founder. Her name is Lisa Krollmeister, as opposed to Risa Krollmeister. And I'm about 6 episodes in. The rest of the videos are on my channel, and I will have a link in the end card probably to that playlist of my challenge, my Let's Play for that. So I have Lisa and her wife. She married Summer Holiday, and basically they've got enough money now, as you can see from the screen. They finally have enough money that they're going to have a kid. So I needed to rework the entire place because it's a tiny home, and I really want it to stay a tiny home because you get so many good benefits from that. So what I ended up doing here is I added an upstairs, but what I ended up having to do was getting rid of the porch to be able to get some tiles back, and then what else did I do? Oh, so the parents' room was downstairs originally, and I decided that I wanted to, instead of having just like try and add on, I want to just kind of rearrange. So what I ended up doing was, sorry, I'm so tired right now. But what I ended up doing was I moved their entire, thank you, goodness gracious, my brain. So I put them upstairs and made what used to be their room slightly smaller, and I made it into the nursery. So upstairs, I thought I'd do this fun thing where you can cheat some extra tiles in. So I cheated in 4 extra tiles, and for a little like nook where they have a desk and a computer, and I ended up putting a plant in there. I wanted to be able to fit a dresser in there, but it just didn't, like, to make it look right, I had to shrink the to make it usable, the dresser couldn't be where I tried to put it. But if I shrank it, it would fit, but I figured that I liked the look of the plant better anyway, and they have a bunch of mirrors in this house, so they don't actually need a dresser, so I end up just doing a really cute plant. The one from Get Famous, which is my favorite one. I don't know why it's my favorite, but it is. Just is. By the way, I fixed that roof. That's like not quite the same angle as the other roof pieces. I promise I fixed that before the end of this. I really like how this ended up turning out. I think it ended up being really cute. I enjoy what I was able to do with it. It's not like radically different than it was before. I just added a second floor. That's the word. I'm having so much trouble right now because it is like, right now it's like going to rain where I am, and it is just leaving me in a lot of pain because of it, because my joints are like, like in like books and movies and stuff, the old sailor is rubbing their joints being like, there's a storm a brewing, right? That's me, but all the time. But especially right now, I can feel that the rains are coming in and everything because all of my joints hurt, because that's the thing. Once you have hurt a joint, it generally then is more prone to pressure changes, and pressure changes right before storms. So hence why people with like bad knees and stuff will be able to feel when a storm is coming in. It's because of that. So I really like how that porch looks. It's so cute. I ended up doing, so because I didn't want that to be a room and take up tiles, I ended up like leaving it open, and then I put a single wall piece there where the entry is so that I could get the, what are they called? You know, the things that go between columns up on the ceiling. Oh, I cannot remember the word for that right now. That's okay. Who needs words? I sure as heck don't. I don't need words. I decided to leave that one thing empty, the one little shelf empty over their bed, because Lisa, my sim, is super into knitting right now. She just started a knitting club. So I'm like, she'll make something cute that I can put there that'll slot there that I don't have to be weird about. So I did that. I have to say that part of my challenge is if you have eco lifestyle, you need to get all of your lots green before you can move on to the next like generation kind of a thing. So I have all this like stuff. So I'm using the solar panel shingles, and I have solar panels up on the roof, and I had these turbines, but I'm not gonna lie, even though they have more power production and they have a higher green rating, they don't look very cute, so I end up getting rid of it. You know, sometimes it happens. Sometimes I get to be just a little, not vain, but shallow maybe is the word for it. Also, I've been having a really hard time. I don't know about anyone else right now, but I've been having a really tough time with nifty knitting stuff not working properly in the world. I don't know about you guys, but when my Sims are sitting on the couch, or so the love seat or the chair from nifty knitting, they get uncomfortable moodlets despite the fact that they are comfortable. And if I have the rug, one of the rugs down, some of my Sims are getting like saying it's like squalor in that room. So it's obvious that there's something going wrong right now. But it's just not quite working. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Knitting is super broken just in general. I have to have Sims sit down before I can get them to knit. They'll just start things on their own still, even though we've been told that they don't do that anymore. But they keep doing that anyway, and it's really just driving me crazy. So, I wanted there to be that mural on the wall in the nursery because specifically my Sim, Lisa, had the whim to paint a mural, and then I thought it would be really cute if she painted it in the nursery. She ends up painting it, and then it got really kind of bugged out, and so I had to get rid of it. It's sitting in the household inventory now. I really hope that the next patch really kind of helps some of these bugs, because it's driving me crazy. Specifically, like, I have this kind of expensive Comfort 4 couch, and she's like, oh, it's so uncomfortable. And it's like, everything in that room, in the nursery, is like, beautiful, and there's some stuff that give environment, and they're like, ugh, it's just disgusting in here. And it's like, are you kidding me right now? So, whatever. I also am having trouble with rocking chairs. I can't get Sims to knit in rocking chairs unless I go about it in a really weird way. So I have to have them sit down in the rocking chair and then click on the rocking chair to say knit. Even if I'm having them like resume something, it's a whole thing. I don't know why it's happening. It's really bugging me, and I'm a little done. So I think what the biggest, like, upgrade in this renovation is that I actually gave them some landscaping and a backyard. So they didn't have any backyard before. This was a starter home. And I think it ended up, like, For a starter home, it was really cute, and of course that meant I didn't really use any plants or anything, but the sim Lisa, she's been selling a bunch of masterpieces. She finished up the painting aspiration, so she's there. But what I ended up doing was I was able to spend more money because they raised a lot of money, so I'm like, the one thing that makes everything look better is, like, you can have a really awful house, but if you actually put effort into the landscaping, it'll look nice. So I was doing it there because I wanted it to not be very clear that this was no longer up on a foundation. Because I wanted to make sure that it was, because I wanted to have the porch area still, because I think that this house looks really cute with a porch. But I just did not want to deal with that, you know? So, yeah. I added in this, like, side door, and I think it's really, really cute, to be honest. I'm really into it. I'm really into the yard, just in general. I'm sorry this speed build is, like, all over the place on my narration. It's because I'm not, like, doing great right now, and not like all the other simmers. But I'm not, like, having bad mental health right now. Right now, I'm just straight up in a whole bunch of pain because as I mentioned, it's obviously going to start storming here soon, but also I'm just, I have something called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. I've talked about it a couple times, but it means it's a connective tissue disorder, which means all of the collagen in my body is super messed up, and my joints and everything just like to kind of like pop out of their place, which means that I have pretty much every single joint of mine gets achy when a storm is going to happen. So yeah, it's not great. I have to admit, it's not great. So when I'm having a really bad pain day like today, it means that I'm also just, not exactly there mentally. I get really bad brain fog, which is what's going on right now, which is also why I ended up turning this into a speed build and not doing it as a live edit like I originally wanted to, because I just could not. And I'm kind of like falling asleep as I'm talking right now, so there's that too. I kind of wanted something cool to be over the grill. I decided that they're grill lesbians because they don't garden or anything like that, so I figured they needed something, so now they grill. I don't know why, it's just them. And then Lisa had her club over, and Clara, what's her face, starts with a B, can't remember. She just kept constantly, instead of like doing club activities, she was just making decoctions. But on the grill, it was a whole thing. Why are Sims like this, you know? Why are they like this? So I end up getting rid of the turbines. I'm like, I can't. They don't look good. They're ruining the aesthetic. So yeah, that is about it for this speed build. I have a couple more things that I end up scooching around. But if you like this video, make sure you give it a big old thumbs up and leave a comment telling me what you think about it. If you like it, what I missed, I probably missed something. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that bell button so that you get a notification every time I post a new video. If you want to watch me do this kind of stuff live, you can find me over on my Twitch channel, Krollmeister Sisters. I stream pretty much every day except for Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and peace out, y'all.